Hey everybody, welcome to Hollywood Live. I'm your host, Jack Canfield. I have a wonderful guest today, Sophia Edwards-Bennett. She's an MD and a PhD, and her friends call her Dr. EB. And she is a board-certified radiation oncologist in the Tampa area down in Florida. And we're going to find out a lot more about her work, which encompasses lots of aspects of that. So welcome to our show.
Thank you, Jack.
Really appreciate you being here. So let's start by asking a very basic question. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, what you do.
So a little bit about myself. That's actually a very in-depth, a question which requires a very in-depth answer. So I'll start with what I do. So as you stated, I'm a radiation oncologist, which means that I treat cancer patients with radiation. You probably know, most of our audience will know about medical oncologists. They treat patients with chemotherapy. I treat patients with radiation to ablate cancer cells. Now, most of my patients are actually national patients, so I treat patients in different states because I have different licenses, so that's what I do now. I also treat patients internationally, mostly from the Caribbean, as we were speaking before. I'm from Jamaica, and so I was considered the ambassador for cancer care and support services. So I was traveling around the world, mostly Caribbean countries, educating patients and the physicians on how to treat patients, specifically how to deliver cancer treatment, chemotherapy, and radiation, because they act synergistically to kill cancer. So that is what I've been doing for the past decade or so. And I also, as I mentioned, I speak internationally and nationally. And when I speak, especially internationally, I discuss not only the science and the medical nuts and bolts about the treatment of cancer, but I go beyond that. And the reason is that I have learned from just the spectrum of experiences that I've garnered from traveling nationally and internationally that it is not just about the diagnosis, because it has to go beyond that, because the patient is a person. And so treating beyond that demands that we also apply what we know about how the diagnosis affects the patient. So, for example, I have derived what I've coined the big C reattitudes, and it's really just a directional chronicle for patients, and also serves to educate oncologists as well. So, for example, the rehabilitation of hope, the restoration of life, the reaffirmation of self, those are the big C reattitudes. And I actually delve into that topic more in the Success book that I'll be co-authoring with none other than you, Jack Canfield. So it's such an honor to be able to do that. So that's what I do. That's what I will be continuing to do. And I hope that that message, which I have coined on REVOXYLIFE, which is actually the channel that Nick Nanton has developed. I think it's actually quite Promethean, in fact, and such a visionary, the Success Network, and my channel is REVOXYLIFE, and I hope to disseminate that information via that platform as well.